everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my blog is stampingmom.com. I'm going to see if I can find myself on my iPad so I can watch comments. I don't see myself on there, but hopefully you see me here. So I will go ahead and get started. Here's my host code. If you put in order with me, I will send you the materials to make a bunny box, a Peekaboo bunny box. So what's cute about this, my friend Jean Hickson came up with the idea. It's a standard box, but what we did is added a lever, so it's a Peekaboo box. Isn't it sweet? And the bunny inside came from Target. I bought this package of bunnies. There's Lindt chocolate bunnies. And then we made the box to fit the bunny size. So I'll put this over here so you can still see it. It's funny, I can't tell if you're there or not. Leave me a comment so I know someone's on. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a template. I always make my templates with white cardstock because if you mess up, it doesn't matter. You can start again. The other reason I do that, oh, I see. You know, I can't see the comments on my iPad, but I can see them on my phone now, sort of. So thank you for doing that. And thanks for coming. So for the cardstock, to come up with the bunny template, I didn't have a box this size. So what I did is I put the bunny in here and figured out I wanted the box to be about 2 3/4. And then for the height of the bunny, I added an inch. So we have an inch for both sides and 2 3/4. So that's how I came up with the cardstock of 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. That's for the box top. For the bottom, I wanted it to be an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch smaller. I know some people don't like to work in 1/16, so I went with an 1/8. So for the bottom of the box, you cut your cardstock at 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. And then you score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. After you've scored on the lines, you take your paper snips and you cut up from the bottom up to the first score line on both sides. Then flip your paper and do the same thing on the top. So the bottom of your box is all ready to go when it looks like this. Then, as you can see on here, what I did is put adhesive on all 4 of these tabs. Now I'm going to switch over to a box that I've partially made. This is Stampin' Up's Poppy Parade. It's a beautiful red. And I put 2 sides of the box together. Here we have the tabs with the tear-in tape. And then I just used the paper piercer to get the tear-in tape off. When you're making a box, you definitely want to use fast fuse or tear-in tape or another very strong adhesive. Snail is not good for keeping the boxes together. So I've taken off the tear-in tape, and then you just line up the corners and press it, and then do the same thing on the other side. And here we have the box bottom. Very simple and easy to do. Now for the box top, like I said, this is just going to be an 1/8 of an inch bigger. So this paper's 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. You're going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Again with the snips, cut up from the top or from the bottom up to the first score line on both sides. Flip the paper and do the same thing again. Now don't put the box top together because that's what we're going to decorate. So I started on this one. I used Pool Party, And I scored my 1 inch on all the sides, and then I cut up to the line so we have the tabs. And as you can see, I put the tear and tape adhesive on. Now the circle, we'll get to that. First, we're going to decorate the front of the box. To do that, I used Twinkle Twinkle DSP. It's on page 189 in the annual catalog. So when we're making boxes, use what you have. You don't have to come up with the same paper I have. But I thought this would look cute for Easter too. So I took a square of DSP that's 2.5 by 2.5, and I centered it on the square of the top of the box. Now all these measurements, I'll put them in the comments below the video, and I'll also I will post this video to my Facebook page this afternoon, and I'll also put it on YouTube. My channel on YouTube is called Stamping Mom. So now that we have, oh, and you also need to know about these 4 little pieces of DSP. These are 3/4 of an inch wide and 2.5 inches long. Again, I just took my snail and centered it on those rectangles. Now we're ready to send it through the Big Shot. For the top of the box, I took the 3rd smallest circle. I have these layering circles that are circles and scallops. I took the 3rd smallest one. Now, if you don't have that, you can use a circle punch or whatever you have. It doesn't have to be this exact size. I also took a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square of glimmer paper. On this one, I used silver. On this bunny box, it's gold glimmer paper. And for this one, I used the 4th smallest circle. And I ran both of these through the Big Shot at the same time. Okay, then what I did is I did some stamping. From the stamp set, A Good Day, I took the bunny and stamped it in Pool Party on Whisper White cardstock. And then from last year's You're Inspiring stamp set, I used the Happy Easter, and again I stamped that in Pool Party. Then I ran this through the Big Shot, and this is the stitched framelits, and this circle is the 2nd smallest circle. And I love the way the stitching looks on there. It looks so cute. Again, I'm sorry I can't see your comments. I put my iPad over here so I'd be able to do that. I guess every week there'll be a new improvement. This week, thanks to Julie DiMatteo, my camera is in the landscape mode. So that's my improvement for next week. Maybe, or for this week. Maybe next week I'll actually be able to read the comments. Okay, so then another thing I did is I took the 4th smallest scallop circle and Pool Party cardstock, and I ran that through the Big Shot. So I'm going to put Snail on the back of the stitch circle and just center it. I love how that looks with the scallop sticking out. And then I'm going to put this on the glimmer paper. I might have told you this already, but glimmer paper, it's hard to get things to stick to it. So I use Stampin' Dimensionals, which stick very well. And I'm going to center that onto the glimmer paper. Now we need to make the lever for the Peekaboo door. The lever is 3/4 of an inch wide and 3¼ inches long. And you're going to attach that inside the lid, but it doesn't matter where. I have my lever so it's on the top, but at this point, any side can be your top. So I marked this side, and again, for the lever, you definitely want to use tear and tape or fast fuse. And what you're going to do is take the piece and where the score line is and centered on this rectangle, I'm going to attach the lever just like that. Now at the other end, I'm going to put 2 pieces of tear and tape. That is what is going to connect to the glimmer paper, but I don't want to do that until the top of the box is put together. So I'm going to lift it up and just crease the cardstock right there. So when I turn it over, this is what I have. I have the lever ready to go, and then I have all my pieces of the corners to put the box together. So I'm going to start doing that. It's easier for me to take off all the tear and tape rather than try to take it off while the box is 3/4 of the way put together. So before I came on, my doorbell was ringing, my phone was ringing, my dogs were barking. I have 2 puppies. Well, they're 10 and 12, but they're my puppies, Maya and Molly. So I told them they had to be quiet, which is a trick. So, okay. So I have all the tear and tape off. And again, you're going to form the corners just like we did on the base of the box or the bottom of the box. Just fold them inside and then squeeze them together. So you can use this box whatever size you want over and over again. So simple to make. And if you have any questions, please leave them on there and I'll answer them when I get done. Okay, so here's the top of the box. Isn't that fun? And I have a bunny ready to hide. Oh, something else I was going to tell you is Gina and I decided to leave our window for the bunny open. But very easily, you could take a window sheet and cut it in a circle and adhere it inside the top of the box if you want that window to be closed. We decided to leave it open because we already are going to have a door on the top of that. So here's the box put together. Bring the lever up. And we're going to take off these pieces of tear and tape adhesive backing. So I'm getting excited for On Stage. I'm going up to Minneapolis next week to go to On Stage. I wonder how many of you will be there. I'd love to meet you. Stacia, I know you'll be there, and I've already met you. Stacia is a artisan for Stampin' Up, which is super fun. Okay, so what I did is I took the circle and I wanted to center it on here. I already had the tape ready to go, so I just pushed it down. Now, you may find, like me, your bunny box, the lid isn't staying shut. So what I did for that is I just took a glue dot, got it on the end of my paper piercer, and I put it right here at the bottom of the window and then push down. And then the bunny box is all done. Aren't they sweet? I hope you like them. Please comment or share. Last week, I'll show you real quick what I made last week. I made these mini bunny boxes for snack size Reese's peanut butter cups. And I said if you would share or comment that I would pick a winner. And here's my winner from last week. And thank you so much, Donna. It's Donna Gowan. She won last week, and I'm sending her the materials to make 3 of these bunny boxes. So congratulations, Donna. I hope you're on here and saw you won. And tell me what color you want, and also tell me your address. You can private message me on Facebook. But I would love to send those to you. You're going to have to put them together, but I'll have all the pieces in your envelope for you. So for these bunny boxes, I'll do the same thing. I'll have the materials for a bunny box all put together, and you'll just have to assemble it when you get it. So please like and comment and share my video. Let me know if you're going to be on stage next week. And let's see, do you have any questions? I wonder if I can see. Sherry says, adorable. Thank you, Sherry. That makes my day. You know, you're going to laugh. I'm going to get up on my ladder to see. I I am very short. And I tried to make my stamping room so I wouldn't need a ladder, but it didn't work, and now it's a good thing. Catherine said, great box. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for being gentle with me. This is Facebook Live number 2. I promise I'll get better. But I really appreciate you joining me, and I will be back again next week. If there's a certain kind of box you'd like me to make, let me know. I'm thinking about, I have a Tic Tac box. It's either for Tic Tacs or Tic Tac gum that's super cute, and also a Snickers box. I love to make the Snickers boxes. Or if there's any other kind of box, leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll be back next Wednesday at noon. Oh, Catherine, thank you for sharing it. I really appreciate it. And have a wonderful day and be blessed. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.